They're already gathered. I feel like a child being chastised by their parent. Nonetheless, stay back, you two. Look back, Koor. That's the shout. The words of power. Indigo.
My understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Rycon. Use it well.
Thank you, Master.
Clear skies will blow away the mist, but only for a time. The path to Parthenax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit.
Of course, Master. I know why you don't trust the blades. They see me as a tool, a weapon. But they're warriors. You see, an enemy that they can't overcome, they try to find a way to get over it. You see me as a disciple, a pupil, to hearken to the voice as you do. But my nature is somewhere in between, Master. I mean no ill will to you. I will hearken to myself, as you have taught me. I will always seek your counsel. You are my friend, Master Arngeir, and I trust your wisdom. I hope you will forgive me, as I know I have forgiven you. Would you mind keeping an eye on Lucien for me? This close to the summit, and the harsh conditions with Lacera as we go higher, I don't think it'll suit him. He's by no means a weak man, but he still has much to do to hone his body and mind. Besides, I think he would love to learn from you for a little bit while. If anything, just keep an eye on him out here. Inigo, though, he's sworn to me. He won't leave me that easily, even if I try. I'm sure we'll speak more in the future, Master. Lucien?
Good afternoon.
It is, isn't it? Why don't you wait here with the other greybeards? Maybe you can satiate some of your scholarly questions for them. Or just stay by the fire. And then Koor and I won't be gone long. Hopefully we'll be back before sundown. But we won't be gone long, my friend.
I'll be right here.
Alright. It's just the two of us again, Indigo. As always. Now let's scale this summit. The air's even so thinner here. I'll have to watch myself. Look! Koor! Come on, Indigo. We don't have time to lose. What is this Parthenax like, though? Guess we'll find out soon. Look! Koor! This fog and mist and wind won't do us any favors, though. Look! Koor! The winds are hard, though. Like a wolf screaming in the air. Just watch yourself, though, Inigo. One wrong step and we're both dead. Look! Koor! Ice Wraith. Yeah. Look, Koor. Keep your... What in oblivion's that? Shields up, Inigo. Be ready. Yeah. No. You can't been more ready with that bow of yours. It's alright though. I'll manage. This far up the mountains, life ain't easy. It takes hard skin and harder life to live. To thrive.
Know what I have been told. My memory is gone, but I am still bold. I'll kill a spider before I go to bed. Or he'll kill me and I'll wake up dead.
If you can figure out how to wake up dead, I'm sure Lucian will get through of it. Look! Ah! Not Us Oda. Sometimes I think my mouth speaks quicker than my brain. It's going to ask you something about the weather, but we need to try and stay as safe as we can up here. Look, Koor! Come on, before the wind blows back. I've been thinking, Inigo. As much as I hate to admit, we should probably go see Langley soon. See if he's found any more information about the Doomstrider. Sure, he'll be glad to see you, though.
Okay, let's do this. Just get a little cleaner.
Good backswing on that. Hope your lessons to Lucian are proving fruit by the day. Look, Koor! Meanwhile, I wish I could teach him more about healing. My mother taught me well. She probably had hopes of me becoming the next. It's taken her place. The worship of Kine. The Kine's Grove. But all that changed. So many years ago. Just as your path changed, mine did so as well. And yet, we convened and joined. At this point, Inigo, I consider you a brother. One that I never had. I hope you consider me likewise. And that Fergus would have as well. Look, Koor! Come on. I'm sure we're nearing the peak by now. We have to be. A word wall. This far north. This far up. Ready yourself, Inigo. Or anything. Inigo. Steady your blade.
Dremyolok, greetings, Wunderneek. I am Parthenax. Who are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain?
Steady your blade, Inigo. He means to speak. I think you know who I am, old one. As I know who you are. You're Parthenax, master of the Greybeards.
They see me as master, Wuth Onik, old and
Onik.
wise. It is true I am old.
Alright.
Tell
Unique.
me, why
Oof.
do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation?
I may not to intrude on your meditations, Unique. But I came searching for something. To learn the shots that the Greybeards do not know. Higher hopes, you being Unique, you would know. I seek Dragon Rend, the shout used to bring down Alduin.
Drem. Patience.
Drem.
There are formalities which must be
Formalities?
observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove.
Dove. Say your sword.
By long tradition, the Elder speaks first.
Very well.
Hear my Thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin.
I'll try. Duh.
The word calls you. Go to it.
It does call to me. The Thum is great. How will I be able to match it?
The Rotmulag waits.
Very well. You
A gift, Dovahkiin. You'll understand fire as the Dove.
but I already know fire. This is toll.
Now, show me what you can do. Greet me not as mortal, but as Dova.
Very well. Your toll!
Yes, SorcererDave Rostmul. The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind.
The pleasure is mine, master. Pleasure is mine.
So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a jaw, mortal. Even for one of Dova Sos, dragon blood. What would you ask of me?
There are many things I wish to convey with you, Unique. Dova, Unique. Oh, dragon. But I've came here with a single goal for today. Dragon Ren, as I mentioned. I need to know that shout in order to bring down Alduin.
I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an
Tinvak.
old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin.
I guess Tinvak means conversation in Dova. I'm still learning the tongue. Due to my nature, I only know the shouts, or can learn quicker than most. But I plan to learn the language in full. But yes, I do seek a weapon against Alduin, to keep him from doing his duty at least for a time longer. To give the world that I love, though it has pain and strife, keep its beauty around for a little longer. The Greybeards, they don't want me to know the shout. Master Ongar would prefer to me not meeting you at all.
Yes, they are very protective of me. Bahlan Fadon.
I guess they have a
But
right to
I do
be.
not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me.
A Thum
Your
that cannot be
kind,
known.
Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove. the dragons.
So there's a
Our
shout you can't
Hadrime,
even
our
learn.
minds cannot even comprehend its concepts.
Onguard did say when you learn a shout, you take it into you. It becomes a part of you. It makes sense that the shout's meant to bring down Dova can't be learned by Dova. And how can I learn it then? I can't go back in time and learn it from those that made it. Can I?
Drem, all in good time.
Patience.
First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum?
I like this world, truth be told. I want to stop Alduin, to keep this world going along a little longer. Though he will end the world, which is his duty by nature, to consume it so the next can be born. I very much like to keep living in it a little while longer, to ensure that others can see the beauty through its scars.
Prusa, as good a reason as any. There are many who feel as you do, although not all.
Understandable.
Some would say that all things must end, so that the next can come to pass. Perhaps
just said
this
that,
world
didn't
is
I?
simply the egg of the next Kalpa, Lean Vokeen. Would you stop the next world from being born?
The next world will have to take care of itself. For now, we only have the one that we live in. Ruth Onik.
Paz, a fair answer. Rofus, maybe you only balance the forces that work to quicken the end of this world.
Perhaps.
Even we who ride the currents of time cannot see past time's end. Wulsetid los trahodis. Those who try to hasten the end may delay it. Those who work to delay the end may bring it closer. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question.
I'm glad I could indulge you for
Do you know why
moments,
I
Master.
live here at the peak of the Monaven, what you name throat of the world?
Unavin. Well, truth be told, I never really thought about it. I imagine this high up, there's not a lot to get in the way of your flight. I suspect there's another reason. To be close to the gods, maybe? To have peace and solitude. After all, who would be crazy enough to climb a mountain with winds that can blow you off if you're not careful in step?
This is the most sacred mountain in Skyrim, Zokrevak Struma, the great mountain of the world. Here, the ancient tongues, the first mortal masters of the voice, brought Alduin to battle and defeated him.
They fought here. Using Dragonrend, right?
Yes and no. Viknuzny Karon. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today, seeking to defeat him.
That is a valid point, Master.
The lords of those days used the Dragonrend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad.
They couldn't
It
slay
was
him.
the Kell, the Elder Scroll.
Elder Scroll.
They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time.
They used an Elder Scroll. To cast him. Are you saying that the tongues sent Alduin not adrift in time, but forward in time?
Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better.
You knew.
Bo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day, he would surface.
And was the day that I was to be executed.
Why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when.
And how does all this help me to defeat him, Parthenax?
Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the
I
Elder
could peer
Scroll
back
that
into
was
time.
used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You can learn Dragonrend from those who created it.
I wish I brought Lucian here to decipher your words. But what you're saying is, if I brought this Elder Scroll, a sacred artifact, here, I could look through time itself to learn Dragonwind. Then that begs the question, you know where I can find this Kell?
Croesus, no. I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here.
Of course.
You are likely better informed than I.
And this is where I am Ruth. Surely Esper and Arngir might have some ideas. I'll have to speak to them.
Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way.
My blood will show me the way. Of course. I have questions for you, Master. I do. To learn and speak as you in the Dova Zulda. Those questions will have to wait another day. But there is one I want to know. Are the Master of the Greybeards? Do the others come here to train? Or is it solely just yourself?
I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that. But no, Dovahkiin. Others do not come here to train anymore. Saran, you are the first in over 100 years. I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power.
Rotmulag.
I counsel in their use. It is enough for me.
You meditate on the words. You hear what they say, correct?
Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into yourself. Contemplate the meaning of a Rotmulag. You will become closer to that word as it fills your inner self. Will I
Contemplate
teach
the
you,
meaning.
Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master. Fus, Faim, and Yol.
Yo. Fire. You too. You.
In your tongue, the word simply means fire. It is change given form, power at its most primal. That is the true meaning of Yol. Solyek, power. You have it, as do all Dove. But power is inert without action and choice.
Of course, Master.
Think of this as the fire builds in your sum, in your breath. Sum arc mora. What will you burn? What will you spare?
I will contemplate these words, Master, and the meaning of fire within. It's getting late. We must travel back down your Stumba.
Drem Yolok, greetings.
We will return.
Thum.
Look, Master. You think Lucian will ever forgive us for not bringing him? Perhaps. But come on. We have another trip back down to make. I know I keep driving you too long into the night, but I figured we'd get to Langley as soon as possible and just be done with him. I do think it's best that we think about either to us Espan or Hongir for help with this Elder Scroll. Lucian, feel free to send a letter to your father. Maybe he can provide some answers. Both Hongir and Espan, they've been good to us. I'm more inclined to trust Hongir. He's been more forthright and more understanding with my nature. Espan, while he is an intelligent man, he's still a blade. No Delphine is anything to go off of. They see power. I saw something back with the horses. They see power. They want to use that power. They've been spurned too bad in the Great War. They're a fraction of themselves now. We'll save that for another time. See if Langley has anything. Not. I'm sure we'll find something.
Hello. Good morning, Langley.
Langley?
Inigo, I've been thinking. When you're not out adventuring with your friend, where do you stay? I have a place in Riften. It is a bit cramped, but it is dry. And it often smells interesting.
Get ready
If you want to come
again.
and stay with me, you're more than welcome. It could be beneficial to our cause. That is very kind of you, but I do not wish to intrude. You wouldn't be intruding at all. If you decide to move in, I'll make you a sleeping area. There's no shortage of timber around here. Thank you for the offer. I will certainly consider it. Good. I'll consider making some renovations then.
Then consider making some for the rest of us as well. We all need beds. Langley, I was hoping that you might have some more information for us.
Can't you see I'm busy? What do you need?
Can I ask you something?
If you must.
Look, I think I was too harsh in our first meeting. And for that, I apologize. Recently, I've met some more irritating people. I'm not saying you're not irritating, you are. But I've just met people who are even more irritating than you. And that has given me time to reflect and Inigo trusts you. Now I want to know more about the man that he trusts.
I'm an intelligent and very complex man.
Try being more specific.
Alright. These visions are yours. When did you start receiving them?
When I was very young, after I managed to convince people they were real, my father called them a gift. Most of the time, they're a bloody curse. For instance,
So,
I knew my mother was going to leave my father before she did. It's hard for a 9-year-old to know what to do with that information.
I imagine it would be hard here to know. I can only imagine the faults of that as well, but tell me more about your past then. Who were you before these visions and how did they mold you?
I'm a native of Skyrim, but I moved to Cyrodiil in
You're
my teens.
you're a
I had a
Nord.
talent for magic, and I was packed off to the Imperial City on an apprenticeship. I never joined a guild or anything. I received my training from an angry little man called Barton Barrius. Bit of a
Barton
pyromaniac, but a decent
Barrius.
sort, really. He never used his powers against humans, wouldn't hear of it, but he enjoyed burning everything else. Anyway, he taught me a great deal about destruction magic, alchemy, and even how to hone my visions. He imbued
said they
in me
were
a thirst
erratic.
for knowledge, and I soon began researching a variety of subjects outside the discipline of magic. When I returned to Skyrim, I traveled the hells, making gold by predicting the weather for farmers and such. But my main focus soon became science.
Nord practicing magic and science. You don't see much of that these days. What is science, by the way? Lucian has mentioned some things like it. But what is it?
It's like magic, but more reliable. It's all about systematically
Magic, but
building
more
knowledge and collecting
reliable.
testable explanations. In short, it is the study of everything.
Alright, I'm not going to question you on that, but you're native of Skyrim, yet you live in this almost rundown house. What do you do here, anyway?
I write and I experiment. I research and observe. I spend my days mapping out theories and ideas that strengthen humanity's intellectual grasp. I may not be very well known here, but my studies have earned me good standing among certain more rational factions of society.
Lucian, do you know anything about Langley? If no, speak up. If not, keep silent. Just as I thought.
Farewell.
But
What is it?
one more thing before we go.
I don't know. Can you?
Don't test me. Your paintings. I noticed them the first time we came in. I noticed some in the journal as well. They are lovely. When did you become such a good artist?
They are not for sale.
I'm not asking for that. Are they images from your visions? Did you hone them after years of seeing them?
Yes, I discovered my love of art in the Imperial City. Now I mainly use my talents to depict what I see in my dreams.
A fair
I
thing.
paint them as
That
soon as
is,
I wake up. I find that locking a dream in place in the form of a picture often lends further insight.
you must be careful as well. Though the gods give us blessings, there are the Daedra. Vermina, the Lady of Dreams. Must tread carefully with them, Langley, so I know you should. Locking them in picture could be a dangerous thing. As for your materials, where do you get them? My mother used to paint when she wasn't tending the temple, and when she wasn't tending to me. She never had much. When she did, she made some of the most beautiful art you've ever seen.
I make my own. I mix
Really?
various ingredients with a little oil to create paint. And I've discovered a skeever's tail makes quite a decent brush. Unorthodox, but functional. The ability to improvise is useful when one is so far from civilization.
Yes, I imagine that is very useful this far into the Pale. In fact, I think we're on the border of Winterhold as well. But just we check up on you, see how you're doing, and see if you had any more word for us. We'll keep in touch, so I'm sure we will.
Yes, I think that's enough chit-chat for now.
Yes, definitely. Come on. I know. It was a waste. I made an attempt at least, and go.
Our hero claims a warrior's heart.
I tell you. Dragonborn is tired.